Welcome to In Focus SoCal. I'm Tanya McCrae. Thanks for joining us as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month. Across the nation, the Hispanic and Latino population has grown 23% in the last decade, and 5 SoCal counties are home to the state's largest Hispanic and Latino communities. President Joe Biden recently announced his support of building the National Museum of the American Latino on the National Mall, a top priority of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. I sat down with members of the CHC, including Dr. Raul Ruiz, chair of the caucus, and Congress members Linda Sanchez and Pete Aguilar. Here's our conversation. Thank you to all 3 of you for taking the time to join us for this roundtable celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's get started. All 3 of you are members of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Congressman Ruiz, you currently serve as the chair. What are the top issues that the caucus has been addressing so far this year?
Well, thank you very much for having us, Tanya. The top issues that we have confronted have been equity in the pandemic to ensure that Latinos and Latinas, especially in our underserved areas, get the resources that they need to stay safe. Our small businesses get the resources to remain open, and that we safely and responsibly get our kids back into school to help our economy. The other issue that we focus on a lot is on immigration. You have Representative Linda Sanchez here, who has been a champion that introduced a comprehensive immigration reform bill, the U.S. Citizenship Act, that she can speak to further. But we focus on protecting DACA, to creating a pathway to citizenship, to ensuring that we have a professional, humane immigration system, and in support of President Biden's efforts in dealing with the root causes of immigration.
Congresswoman Sanchez, you're an advocate of expanding access to higher education and making it more affordable. You introduced the America's College Promise Act, which was included in the College Affordability Act. How has that legislation benefited Hispanic and Latino students here in Southern California?
Sure. Well, for many Latino families like my own, when kids decide to go to college, many are the first in their families to go to college, and we face barriers in terms of cost. And so we have worked in Congress to try to make the cost of pursuing higher education more obtainable for Latino families. I took out student loans in order to go to law school, and if I had not had those available to me, I would not be sitting where I am today as a member of the United States Congress. I mean, it was everything. So we've worked consistently to try to reduce the interest rates on student loans, to try to make Pell Grants available year-round, because many Latino students work and go to college at the same time, and so they take classes year-round, and formerly that wasn't available. But now we have, made Pell Grants available even for summer session. Those are just some of the things that we have been working on to try to make the dream of obtaining higher education and creating more opportunities for Latino families available to our communities.
Congressman Aguilar, I read in your bio that you put yourself through college with the assistance of student loans and federal grants. What are your thoughts about how the government can help more students access higher education?
Well, just like what my colleague Congresswoman Sanchez was talking about, we all have our own unique stories on higher education being a pathway to our careers and our success. And we know that there's much more work we can do, not only to lower the cost of higher education, but to ensure that there is equal access. And so those have been topics that we have worked on together. I'd also share that Chairman Ruiz has a unique history on how he went door to door to go to college as well, and to ask the residents in his community to help him. Mine is similar. I mean, I had a Pell Grant to go to school. I wouldn't be here in this position without a Pell Grant that helped pay our way. First in my family, just like Linda, to go to college, and first generation going to college. My parents didn't know how to help navigate us through that system. And I think that's something that the 3 of us all have in common, and why we're so supportive of increased access to higher education and lowering the costs that students face and the barriers and burdens when they get out of school.
Congressman Ruiz, do you want to add to that?
Yes, I do, Tanya. Pete Aguilar Representative Pete Aguilar serves in the Appropriations Committee, and we work together with our Congressional Hispanic Caucus members, and we added $40 million to our budget for Hispanic serving institutions. And part of the problem is that most of our kids are first generation college going. They take on this burden of debt, and they take longer to pay it off. So you may have Hispanic students who are getting higher education, but they're often the breadwinners for their family, and they're paying off their student debt. And so wealth accumulation is much slower in our community. So CHC advocated for President Biden to relieve student debt, and we're very, very, very happy that he did. He answered our call because it disproportionately, student debt affects Hispanic and African American students across our country.
And Congressman Ruiz, you worked as an emergency room doctor before being elected to office. The House recently passed legislation which you helped author aimed at expanding access to mobile health units and community health centers in rural and underserved communities. Tell us about this legislation and what are the greatest obstacles right now?
Well, thank you, Tanya. Most of our community members in medically underserved areas get their health care in federal qualified health centers or community health centers. That's where I got my passion for serving the community as a physician in a farm worker clinic, because my parents were farm workers. I grew up in a farm worker trailer park the first few years of my life. And this bill would expand funding to develop mobile clinics that will actually take healthcare to the people in remote areas, hardest to reach, where you find the most medically underserved and the most disparity. So the president is going to be signing that into law soon.
Congressman Aguilar, 4 generations of your family have lived in San Bernardino County, where you served as mayor of Redlands and the president of the Inland Empire Division of the League of California Cities. What kind of issues in Hispanic and Latino communities have you seen resolved over the years, and what issues do you think have been generational?
Well, I think health outcomes is something that's generational and something that we continue to have to work through. The Inland Empire is located geographically right against the mountains, the San Bernardino Mountains, and a lot of the air pollution that originates in Los Angeles and elsewhere kind of gets blown out our way. And I remember as a kid growing up and having stage 1 smog alerts, impact our ability to go outside. We have improved in that regard, but there are many more strides that we can continue to make. But the issues that the Hispanic Caucus and that Dr. Ruiz mentioned are the issues that affect the Inland Empire. Health access, economic opportunity, making sure that young people have a pathway and an opportunity to go to school and earn a living and create that generational wealth for them and their families, home affordability. Those are all issues that we're seeing front and center at the Inland Empire and front and center in our communities across the country.
After the break, our Hispanic Heritage Month Roundtable continues. What the CHC's top priorities are right now. Don't go away. You're watching In Focus SoCal.
Spectrum News is brought to you by Subaru of Glendale, driving people happy.